Hello, I'm Kevin Alexander at Your Line to Retirement. Thank you for joining us today for this video called Should I Refinance My Investment? Since 1998, I've been helping seniors protect their nest egg that they worked their whole life for. You work 30 and 40 years to accumulate some money. You may think it's a lot of money, you may think it's not that much money, but you got what you got and you worked hard for it. And you want to make sure you don't lose it. And that's what we do at Your Line of Retirement. We show you ways to make decent rates of return. Cash in on some of the gains of the stock market, not all of them, while protecting your investment. So you know you can go into the fourth quarter of your life not worried about if the market's up or down or sideways. But with doing that, you have to stay in tune with what's going on in the financial world. But you're busy. You're doing stuff with your grandkids. You may be taking care of your own parents. You're doing things you've always dreamed of doing. Nobody ever dreamed of retiring and waking up every day, looking at the stock market, watching CNBC or Fox News Business to find out what the latest and greatest financial product is. That's what you got me for. Since 1998, that's what I've been doing. I'm an independent financial advisor, and I help my clients find the best product for their situation at the day we're living in. So over 26 years, things have changed a little bit. We've had high interest rates. We've had low interest rates. We've had a bullish stock market. We've had a bearish stock market. Think about this. Since 1998, we've had the crash of 2000 with the dot-com crash. We've had the 2008 mortgage crash of the stock market. We've had the COVID crash of 2020. The market's always going up and down. Interest rates are always changing. And my job is to help you find the best products possible at that certain time when you have an investment ready to go. I'm not worried about what the interest rates were in 1973, and I'm not worried about what they're going to be 10 years from now. We have to deal with what is, not what if. So here's a question for you. Should you refinance your investment? People refinance their mortgages on their homes all the time. You're probably very familiar with that. If you have a mortgage loan or you used to have one and their interest rate was 6, 7, 8%, and the rates lowered to 3 or 4%, you would go to a mortgage broker and you would refinance your mortgage loan to lower your payment. Now that don't always work out the best for you long term, and I'll have a whole nother video on how mortgages actually work. But for the sake of this video, just stay with me. You would refinance your mortgage, you would refinance your home loan to get a lower interest rate to lower your payment. And sometimes you'll even pay a point, maybe like 1%, to get even a lower interest rate. Money works the same way, my friend. We're just refinancing investments when rates go up. So in the last year or two, we've seen a trend of interest rates actually increasing. So I've gone to a lot of my clients, and I said, when we set this certain account up years ago, the interest rates were low. Now the interest rates have increased. Let's look at the potential of refinancing your investment. Whether it's an annuity, a fixed annuity, a CD at the bank, a money market account, it don't matter what the investment is. We have to have every dollar working for us as hard as you worked for that dollar while you were employed at your occupation. When you retire, it's critical that every dollar you have is working for you. We cannot afford to have money sitting in a checking account or a savings account making zero or very minimal interest. There are options you have where you can make a very competitive interest rate and still have access to your money. And we're going to talk about refinancing your investment. So a lot of people will have an investment that may be a 5, 7, or 10-year contract. You went into a 10-year investment. It may be an annuity. It may be a CD. It doesn't matter what the investment is, once again. If you break that contract and you take your money out before the allotted time period, the company, whether it's the bank or the insurance company, will charge you a surrender charge. I don't want a surrender charge, Kevin. I cannot take my money out. I'm leaving exactly where it's at. Well, you can, but you'll keep the lower interest rate. Let me give you an example where it may be a good idea to potentially refinance your investment. If you have a $100,000 investment and you decide to take that investment and move it to another product with higher interest rates. Let's say you have a $100,000 investment and the rate is 4%. But if you move that money, the company's going to charge you a 5% surrender charge. So your $100,000, if you move it, you will only move $95,000. That's not good to lose $5,000. But what if I told you the new product that you were going into would have a 10% bonus? Then your $95,000 would get 10% bonus, which would take you to $104,500. You did have $100,000. Now you have $104,500. You just made $4,500. And not only that, my friend, you're going to take advantage of the higher interest rates, and you're going to go, in this example, from a 4% to a 7% rate. I'm an independent advisor, so we got all kinds of companies with all kinds of interest rates. This is only a hypothetical example, but this is what we do in the real world for people. We take somebody's $100,000, they take a surrender charge of 5%, they throw away their 4% rate, say, I don't want your 4% anymore. They move it to a new company. That $95,000 moves to a new company. It gets a 10% bonus. They now have $104,500, and they have a higher interest rate. So it's okay to take a surrender charge if you can get rid of that low interest rate, move it to a company with a higher interest rate, get a bonus to offset the surrender charge. We never want you to take a net loss on day one. We always want you to be ahead. But we have to take advantage of the higher interest rates. So oftentimes, it's a very good idea to refinance your investment. A good partner of mine for the last 25 years has always said it this way. You always want to be on the right side of the money. You want to be getting interest, not paying interest. You always want to be making as much interest as you possibly can without risking your money in the stock market. It's okay to have some of your money in the market, and we'll do the Rule of 100 video in a future video. But you don't want to go into your retirement years with all of your money at risk to the stock market. You have to have a foundation. And that's what we do at Your Line to Retirement. Then we come on top of that foundation and we build a little stock market money in, if you're comfortable with that. Not everybody is. Some people are. But today's video is about refinancing your investment. You cannot put your money into an investment, go to bed, and never look at it again for the next 10 to 15 years. You have to have an advisor who's staying on top of this for you. And when interest rates change and things fluctuate, and that's happening all the time, faster paced than ever in our world today, you have to have an advisor who's making sure you're taking advantage of the best interest rates possible for the money you worked your whole life for. Never forget, your money during your retirement years needs to work as hard for you as you did for your money while you were in your working days. Thank you for watching this video. Should I refinance my investment? We are Your Line to Retirement. Give us a call, 540-381-4033, 540-381-4033. We look forward to hearing from you soon, and look forward to seeing you on our next video. May God bless you.